A question I ask my students every year to make sure I understand what's going on in the world of young people is I say, what's the biggest issues or challenges youth face today? And there's some that regularly come up, but every once in a while there's a few surprises. So what would I say, in my experience with young people, are the top 3 challenges that youth face? One, I would say this. There's a youth expert who's been working with youth for probably 25 years. His name is Chap Clark, and he wrote a book called The Disconnected Generation. And in his research and work with youth, he said if he could use any word to describe this generation, he would say loneliness. I thought that is profound. He said even kids from the best communities have a profound sense of loneliness. He said our churches often separate adults and youth. Kids are at school all day separated from adults and youth, and we don't realize how relationally disconnected many youth are. Now, there is social networking, and that can help people stay in contact with one another, but it's different from face-to-face interaction with a person. So I would say relationships, break down how to navigate relationships and just how to build healthy relationships is one of the central issues facing youth. Another one is just stress. I ask my students, and stress comes up quickly. This generation is facing life choices earlier on than I think other generations have had to face in a long time. And they're stressed. They have a lot of things going on, and many of them just hold it right beneath the surface and will explode if they don't have a proper way to channel that stress. The third issue that's huge with this generation, I think this one is a staple of mankind, is just the topic of sexuality. I mean, there's no doubt that technology has changed the issue and availability of whether it's sex or pornography to this generation, unlike any generation before. Youth workers, parents, teachers, anybody who works with this generation has to be on top of and aware of the issues going on in sexuality if we're going to effectively minister to this generation.